Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Miss Fins Show. I'm your host, Miss Fins. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hit that like button, guys. Hit that like button. How you guys doing today? Thank you so much for coming through. Appreciate y'all. Oh man, so much has happened in the Miami Dolphins world. We're gonna talk about it today, obviously. Just give you guys a couple updates on some of the guys we picked up. Just kind of going through it. Good morning, Lance in the building. Andre Green in the building. Good morning, happy Thursday, Miss Fans. Happy Thursday, guys. Thank you so much for coming through. Look, at the end of the day, ooh, it's the off season, man. You're gonna see some stragglers coming in. They're gonna want to get a lot of camp bodies now before the draft. So that's what we're really looking at for the most part, if we're gonna be honest. That's what we're looking at. Um but it doesn't hurt to take a look at these guys, see who they brought in, because ultimately you have to see what they're doing in free agency to kind of gauge, okay, what's their focus gonna be in the draft? Like, who are we going to actually end up getting in the draft? So, yeah, we need to deep dive this puppy. And we shall. We absolutely shall. Let me go ahead and take a look at this for us. All right, let me share my screen real quick. Oh, man. Okay, share. Where is it? There it is. Awesome. So yeah, so we're just gonna go over real quick all the new updates the Dolphins have done, the new additions. It's just a few. Nothing too shabby, you know. Nobody that's earth shadowing where you're like, man, this is what I'm talking about. Dolphins, let's go. No. At least not yet. At least that's not what I'm seeing right now. So for the most part, it really is mainly just um, good dudes. I mean, there's no other way of saying it. It's just mainly dudes, and some more dudes after that. Sorry about that. Okay, I thought I had it saved what I wanted to put here. Hold on, my computer this morning literally just decided to, I don't know, just come not work for me for like 30 minutes. I'm like, turn on. And it's like, nope, we're still tired. We're still gonna go to sleep. Telling you. Pressure. Oh, wow. It was in my face the whole time. Embarrassing. It was in my face the whole time. It's okay. We got it, ladies and gentlemen. We got it. So let's talk about it. This is it. Willie Gay. We never talked about Willie Gay Jr. Now I know that they just signed, or at least I saw they just signed a couple other people, but I don't know if this has been updated yet because this happened this week. So let me check. Because last time I checked, there were a couple other guys that they just signed. So let me go into the Twitter world and double check this puppy. But while we're double checking, Willie Gay. I mean, oh man, he was drafted second round in 2020 by the Chiefs. By the Chiefs, won two Super Bowls with the Chiefs. So far, had a total of 261 tackles, 7 sacks in his career, three forced fumbles, six fumble recoveries, four interceptions, 22 pass deflected, and one defensive touchdown. So not too shabby, right? After 2020 and 2023, Gay Jr. went to the Saints last year for a 1 year contract, I guess. And now he is in our active roster. So that's essentially his resume. But hey, being a two-time Super Bowl champ, one thing I will tell you that I like is that at least he has that kind of experience. So when the Dolphins are in the Super Bowl, we'll be good to go. Okay. Miss Phins, we didn't overpay for anyone. What's up, Uncle Vision? Did I say we paid overpaid people? If I did, my bad, because that's not what I meant to say. We're just getting bodies at this point. We're just getting bodies. I don't think I talked about it last time, but Benito Jones is back, baby. Woo, woo. I'm sorry. You guys know I really am. I really didn't want him back, man. Not because I didn't think that he wasn't a good backup. It's just we need a starter. So having Benito Jones again in the same position as a nose tackle, I'm like, come on, guys. Let me pull up the. Let me pull up the. Here it is. This is what it means. Yay. Now we got Matt Dickerson, a backup. Zach Sealer is the only true dude we have in our defensive line. Benito Jones, nose tackle. At least he did the position last year. That's the one thing that I did like. More experience, or by experience, I mean he's already got experience with the D line and playing with a Zach Sealer. But let's be honest, ladies and gentlemen, this defensive tackle and defensive line is looking extremely weak. Opening day of MLB, Miss Vince. Thank you, Uncle Vision. There you go. My God, I'm not even. I wasn't even in the picture. I don't know what's going on here. What's happening today? That's good for every other team. Did the Yankees play already? Because that's the only team I really care about. My Florida Marlins aren't playing, unfortunately, so I don't care about baseball like that right now. I'm just saying. I'm just being honest. You don't have to agree with me. I'm just being honest. But guys, hit that like button on your way in. Hit the like button on your way in. Much appreciated. So yeah, oh god, that's so definitely this is signaling we're going defensive tackle number 3 because I mean 13, or at least that's what we should be doing. But I don't know. I don't know what these guys are thinking. I really don't, because taking a look at our defense, guys, we just signed Benito Jones. He's just another dude. He's just coming back. That's not even not like a real signature, man. So far, the guys that we have brought in as actual like newcomers to the team in the offense, you got Nick Westbrook Akine. I'm actually excited about him. I think he's gonna be a solid wide receiver three. I don't want Malik Washington to get any less opportunities because again, I thought he was coming to himself. I want to see what Taj Washington ends up doing. I need him to get opportunities, but I like what I see. I like Nick. I think Nick was a good pickup for us. Really good pickup for us. I don't understand why Eric Esukama is still in his team. It's not like he's been developing. At least I don't see. What's up, Adamas? Welcome. I don't see Eric Esukama still. Zero reason why he would still be here. He hasn't been on the field, and if they brought in last year D. Eskridge and he played before Eric, like, come on, man. Come on. We brought cornerback Archu Burns. Archu Burns. Are you Burns? What kind of what name is that? That's it. That's really the only real thing you can do. Like another camp body. This again. Cornerback. One thing I'll say: bring him home. He's from Miami. He played college at the U, so at least that, you know what I mean? First round pick, 2025, the 25th pick in the 2016 NFL draft. He was drafted by the Steelers, played there for 3 years from 2016 to 2019. That's pretty good. So, he was there with a good defense. Chicago Bears from 2020 to 2021. Okay. 2 years there. Then Seattle Seahawks. He was with them for another 2 years from 22 to 24. And now he is with us. In his career stats so far in the NFL, 199 total tackles, one forced fumble, two fumble recoveries, 38 pass deflections, four interceptions. Okay. I like the so many pass deflections. That's a good thing. That means he's got active hands, which almost always lead to opportunities like an interception. You know what I mean? Or forcing the fumble. I like that. I like guys that have active hands, especially in the corners. That's one thing you definitely want, in my opinion, from cornerbacks. You need to have active hands. But that's my opinion. So not a bad pickup, a veteran, somebody that we can put in. I think Weaver will be able to utilize him. Is he the guy that I'm like clamoring? Oh, where is it? See here. Is he a day one starter for us? No. They got him listed right now. Where is he? Am I being blind or here it is. They got him as a nickelback behind Kohu. Okay. One other thing that I have noticed on, you tell me guys, have we been picking up a lot of defensive guys in free agency more? Would you say we've been getting more defensive guys in free agency than offensive guys? Talk to me. Because now I'm taking a look at some of these names and I'm like, I almost feel like we got a lot more defensive guys in free agency than we have And obviously, we haven't had anybody in the draft just yet, but I don't know. Let's take a look. So we got on offense, guys. We've had a total of six, and I'm gonna put them up to you. Well, six free agent guys, six guys brand new to the team. Obviously, you got Zach Wilson being the backup quarterback. He's gonna eventually see some field, unless Tua says, "Nah, homie, you stay in the back and you sit down, hold my Gatorade, because you can't really have beer when you're playing." What's up, Mr. Polk? Good morning, Miss Phins and Phins family. Welcome, everybody. Come in, hit the like button. Yes, guys, hit that like button for us. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Awesome member of the family for sure. But hit that like button, guys, on your way in. And shout out to everybody watching from Twitter and Twitch. Thank you guys for coming through. Is there a particular reason why this is? Hold on. Hold on. What is going on? Okay, it's saying I'm broadcasting to Twitter too, but I don't know. Am I broadcasting to Twitter too? What? What? Okay, I guess I am. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys. Let's get back to it. So obviously Zach Wilson, first guy you can think of as our actual free agent. That's one right there in the offense. Second guy in the offense, Nick Westbrook Ikine. Definitely another guy. That's two right there. Two good pickups, two good pickups. Number three, James Daniel, right guard. Let's get it. Obviously, coming off of an injury. Prime Greer. Prime Greer candidate. For sure. Because that's what he loves to do. So, should appear. Sorry, give me a second, real quick. Ah. Oh, they're doing it differently this time? Man, these guys are pure lames. Anyways. Okay. So we got three in the offense so far. We got Larry Borum. That's another one. That's four. You got Pharaoh Brown. That's five. Tight end. And you got Alexander Madison. That's a running back. Another running back. 2, 4. That's six in offense right now. We got six players in offense that are newcomers to the team so far. Not bad. Did I talk about Alexander Madison? I don't know. Let's check the transaction. When did he come in? Oh yeah, we talked about him already. He came in with KJ Britt. Great. When we signed the greatest guard of all time, Liam Eichenberg. I'm just kidding. Um, that just will be a big steal if he stays healthy, and I think he will. That's the problem with the Miami Dolphins, guys. I'm so over if he stays healthy. I mean, that literally applies to the entire roster, man. All we get are guys that are injured or coming in with a history of injury or coming off of a massive injury. And then from there, when week 16, week 15, week 14. Oh man, this guy got injured again, out for the season. You're like, Miss Finch, you gotta consider we man, nobody can survive all the injuries we had. Really? Really? Because you know what I find extremely funny? And I have to get this off my chest. I'm going full screen for this one. I've heard multiple people throughout the years always talking about Thomas Phins. We've just been dealing with too many injuries. Too many injuries, Miss Phins. That's not an excuse. It's what happens. Which, you know what? I give it to you. It is what happened. That is true. Can't put it too much on the edge. It is what happened. It is true. But you know what I find funny more than anything else? That's always an excuse for the Miami Dolphins, by the fans at least, and content creators. See, they pretend nobody had to deal with as many injuries as we did. You can't really see them as fans. I mean, teams deal with injuries all the time, but you know what's interesting? Nobody can overcome all these injuries. Really? Are we sure? Because last time I checked, we're just gonna go last year. Um, the most decimated defense in the league was the Detroit Lions. 16 players, and more than half were on IR. And didn't they make the divisional round? Hmm? I mean, or am I mistaken? Did they make it to the NFC Championship? I don't think they did because they ended up being between the rookie and the Eagles, and the Eagles went to the Super Bowl and then eventually won it. So yeah, I'm gonna go with. I feel like I'm right. So why is it that other teams can deal with massive, and I'm talking massive injuries to their starters, whether it's offense or defense, it doesn't even matter. And yet somehow they can overcome it. But oh no, Miss Fins, nobody can overcome all these injuries. You gotta admit, we were too injured. Really? Because every year I get proven right. Other teams get super injured too, and I mean super injured, and they win one, two playoff games. But no, it's the Dolphins. It's the Dolphins. Nobody can go through these injuries and come like man. We have such low expectations as fans for this team. It's ridiculous. It is. It is ridiculous. What's up, delusional? Didn't Josh Allen have like a break in one of his hands too? Yes. Josh Allen had played, I think it was like 11 games last season with a broken hand and refused to get surgery because it would have sidelined him for the year. Um, was Kansas City and Ravens injured? Yeah. Kansas City is always injured. Well, that's why they keep bringing in guys that you're like, who is this dude? I don't know. Same thing with the Ravens, and you're almost like, damn, I didn't even know this guy was playing here. But forget it. If it's the Dolphins, nobody can overcome this, Miss Fins. You have to. This is the thing. And I hear it, and I'm like, look, I love everybody. Miss Fins is friends with everybody. I'm subscribed to everybody. I don't get a chance to listen to everybody. I already get enough, getting ready for the show and things like that. So I can't always watch people, but whenever I do get a little chance, if I can, pop in, say, hey, hello, good morning, hey, what's up, good afternoon, blah, blah, blah. I'll try to do it and then skedaddle whenever I get a chance. Um, but I just don't understand. For the Dolphins and the Dolphin fans, it's like, nah, Miss Fans, nobody can overcome all our injuries. Kansas City had like two O linemen injured, definitely a left tackle, and I think a guard. Yeah. And Pacheco was out for like 10 weeks. The man literally came in like 3 weeks before the playoffs, I think it was, or 2 weeks before the playoffs. Their number one running back. Hunt isn't Hunt, though. Hunt isn't hurt, though, or hurt isn't Hunt. I don't know what you're saying right there. Pacheco, but they did have Hunt. They did have Hunt. Hunt sure was. Uh, Hunt sure was stopped. I don't know. Not sure what you're trying to say there. I think there's a word missing, so I can complete that sentence. The only healthy free agent we have picked up is Alexander Madison, and he is our third running back, and his role could be third and short and red zone role because he is not a very good. He's not an area down back, and that's probably why he's listed third. I'm not even surprised. And I haven't even gotten. We just talked about the offensive guys we brought in. I haven't even gotten to the defense. Give me a second. Yes, he was. Did you watch? Aquavision, can you put it all together one more time for me? Because maybe I got lost in translation. I'm saying they had Hunt, but he wasn't the Hunt we knew in the old days. Oh, and now you're saying, yes, he was. Did you watch? He wasn't prime Hunt, but he wasn't also bum hum either. Like he was. Oh, got it. Thank you. Talking to the list. I figured I caught that one afterwards. He wasn't prime Hunt, but he definitely stepped up. I'll tell you that. And I'm sure they were glad that they brought him back because even 60% Hunt, man, that guy was explosive. I love Kareem Hunt. Love him. But still, injuries all over, offense and defense. Are we gonna pretend like we're gonna also pretend like and Delusional said it earlier, like that offensive line wasn't injured up and down in that Super Bowl, man. They got man handled by the defensive line for the Eagles. They couldn't stop a nosebleed from coming towards Patrick Mahomes. Exactly. I think that's what we're trying to say. Hunt played well, just not prime Hunt. Yeah, it's not prime Hunt, but definitely he wasn't trash. He was good. Really good. I'm like 60%. Like if you take his prime, like 65% Hunt, which is still pretty good. Maybe even 70%. So, but you see what I mean? They definitely had injuries. Another reason why they lost another Super Bowl. They didn't have the old line to protect Patrick Mahomes. They didn't. And the man, all he does is scramble. That's his like signature thing. Extending plays, scrambling, escaping pressure. But no, Miss Fans, no, Miss Fans. What do you mean? Nobody can handle the injuries that we go through. Someone told me, I'm not gonna point them out, but if you guys remember, you remember. If you don't, you don't. And I've heard this multiple times by multiple people at different times, which is what I'm saying in general. But this one time, I'm like, bro, stop. Stop with the injuries. And the thing is, I heard it from two people, and I'm like, no way. Why are these two people saying this? Miss Phins, you gotta admit, you have to take into consideration all the injuries we had. That's why we couldn't go far in the playoffs. That's why we couldn't do anything at the end of the season. So you mean to tell me? And if I gotta pull this puppy up, man, you mean to tell me? So the reason why we lost, let me get this, because I just can't with some people sometimes. I just can't. I got the last two seasons scheduled, baby. 23, 24. So that's kind of hard. I should probably bring the other one out, but that's over there, so never mind. I got 23 and 24. So you mean to tell me the reason why, let's go 2023 when we had the best team. You mean to tell me let's flip this puppy over. The reason why we couldn't go far versus the Commanders, but we beat them. So that's the Andrew Van Ginkel Thor pick six that was so beautiful. Titans, what happened there? Huh? Huh? We had the ball with 2 minutes. Yes, our defense gave up two touchdowns. We still had 3 minutes left and the ball. What happened, offense? Jets. 17. To be quite honest with you, I can't even remember that game, except the one fact I do know in 2023 is that our offense only scored 7 points. And what do I mean by offense? I'm not talking special teams and Sanders kicking a million field goals. No, I am talking about our quarterback, our wide receiving core, our tight ends. Those guys only put up 7 points in that Jets game. I don't even remember if we won or not. Cowboys, I know we won this one. The one team above 500. Proof enough that we were literally playing versus each other. Our offense again only put up 7 points. It was Sanders who literally one, two, three, four, five field goals just for us to put up 22 points and beat the the mediocre Cowboys that were just above 500. Ooh. And then the next week, the 31st, New Year's Eve, get destroyed by the Ravens. Offense again only puts up 7 points. And then we all know what happened week 18. Um, Losing to the Bills. Right there. It, I need a second. Hold on. I'm gonna go back to going versus all the guys that, we'll talk about the rest of the guys that we brought in, but what I need people to understand is we're gonna pretend like the Bills had a secondary even in 2023 when we had the best team in the division. And we're gonna pretend like their secondary wasn't also injured massively. But forget it, Miss Fans. You have to take into consideration all the injuries we're dealing with. Mm. Miss Finch, you talking about playoff game in Kansas City? We had 11 starters out. Yes, yes. Okay. And we had 11 starters the same year, same year. 20. Look, put it up there for y'all. Y'all see it, right? This is the year we play versus Kansas City. Boom. You see what I'm saying? It's 2023 schedule. That same year, we had 11 starters out. Yeah, it's true. You know what's so funny? That's the same year we had Hard Knock. You know what's also even funnier? You can see in Hard Knock, and I will always appreciate this from Waddle because that's when I knew I'm like, this kid is special. Because you have to, you can't be a competitor and not acknowledge what's up. Even with all those injuries, guys, those injuries were in defense. The guys that were injured, the side of the ball that was the mostly injured side for us was defense. It was mostly defense. That's the main side. When we were breaking up, what's his name? Oh snap! I always forget this guy's name. He played with us. We beat the Bills, cut him, then came back the next year for this one. Um, oh my God, we were literally bringing defensive tackles from the couch, guys. Oh, what is his name? I can't think of his name. We were bringing DTs from the couch. From the couch. Where you're like, who are these old guys? But we were so decimated, which is a fact. I'm not denying that that didn't happen, that we didn't have injuries. It was the defensive side that had them, though, for the most part. It was the defensive side. And even with that, and I will always appreciate Waddle for saying this. You can watch it. Go back to watch Hard Knocks, man. He literally said it. I can't even believe, like, why are people pretending like this didn't just happen? Waddle literally said, and shout out to Waddle for that because man, I can appreciate that. He took ownership for his offense. And that's one thing I wanted to see from somebody in that offense is acknowledge the fact that what's going on. And yes, that offense only scored 7 points. Tua Tagovailoa and that offense scored 7 points. Not special teams. Not. We're not talking about Jason Sanders. That's special teams. I'm talking about the offense. Scored 7 points. And even Waddle, you could hear him sitting on the sideline. Man, what's going on here? What's going on with this offense? Look at the defense, and they're the ones that are all injured. I mean, I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember exactly like word for word, but that's essentially what he said. Like, how were we the ones struggling when we the ones that got everybody? And they're getting guys off the street. And they're you gotta understand a two-time Super Bowl champ, that defense that's decimated. It's keeping them from scoring 40 points. We should have lost by 40. And the fact that we kept that offense from only scoring, I think it wasn't even that much. We lost 7 to 17 or something like that. Or less. You're like, what more can you ask this defense to do? Or it could have been like 21-7, something like that. What more can you ask from a defense that literally got guys that just came off the couch the week before? But I'm supposed to be and take into consideration all of the injuries we've had, I have taken into consideration all the injuries we have. And they mostly happen on the defense. And yet I'm never worried about our defense. But our offense, holy smokes, I can give you two number one receivers, top tight end, number one running back, a decent O line, which by the way, everybody always wants to crap on the O line, but somehow, thanks to Tua Tagovailoa, his quick release, and the way this offense is ran, they're actually not ranked 30th in the league. They might not be top five, maybe not even top 10, but they're top 15. They're definitely top 15. And in part, that is because of Tua and his release. It allows for them to work together. So I'm not going to pretend like injuries happen or don't happen, because injuries do happen. The problem is when they happen, they mostly happen to our defense, where we end up picking up guys off the street and they still perform. Mind you, that was with Vic Fangio last year. Let's move this puppy forward. I gotta put this out so y'all can see it. The last year's schedule. Miss Phins, keep in mind Lamar at home next round scored 7 points as well. Team was healthy. That's fine. I'm not taking away from. Listen, there's a reason why the Chiefs won a Super Bowl. We eventually ended up losing to the who had no business being in a Super Bowl, which is what pisses me off. The Dolphins should have taken care of the Chiefs in that first round. I don't care that it was 600 degrees below. It's part of the elements. I mean, this team makes me want to say certain things that I know I can't. God, this team, man. This team. And you're right. Lamar and that very awesome offense. Healthy too. They couldn't even stop the eventual, Super Bowl champs. But that's not because the Ravens aren't good or they weren't injured. Yeah, there is always playoff Kansas City Chiefs, as to be expected. But my God, we can't even put up a fight. The Miami Ravens. Supposed over the past 3-4 seasons, our defense, not perfect, kept us in a lot of games, including injuries and different defensive coordinators, but offense could not complement our defense with touchdowns. Comment of the year, ladies and gentlemen. Comment of the year. Thank you, Mr. Polk. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Comment of the year, ladies and gentlemen. Comment of the year. And it's touchdowns, because he does say not just field goals, because that's still special teams. People always forget that's part of the offense. Technically, it's the third leg. Yes, it is adjacent to the offense, but no, that's the third leg. That's special teams. Offense is the offense. The 11 dudes in offense. That's offense. Special teams, that's special teams. That's the third leg of the team. So you had 5 games. You had the AFC conference available. The number one overall seed available. Then you had the division win available. You had the playoffs available. You get into the playoffs, you have an opportunity to take out the champs, the two-time Super Bowl champs. Offense doesn't even get off the bus. That was when the best roster, ladies and gentlemen, we put together right there. 2023. It's the best roster we put together. The injuries were in defense. You gotta understand, Miss Phins. All our guys that they were in the. It was the defense that got decimated, and somehow we weren't getting blown out by 40 points. Our defense always kept us in games. And yet, the one side of the ball, mm, special teams is part of the defense in fantasy. What's up, Tony? Good morning, man. Good morning. You know what I mean. Special teams is two of them. There's a defensive side and offensive side. But regardless, it's still the third leg. It's still the third leg in the team. Offense, defense, special teams. And you have the offense putting up 7 points in 5 games, including the playoffs. And it was the defense that was the one that was injured. Like, come on, man. Fast forward to last year. What's going on? Okay, and then the most egregious thing we could have done, this front office, they don't learn. They don't learn. They don't learn. They don't learn. And all the people that said, pay the man. 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 He earned it. He played all 17 games. like if that wasn't already a requirement being a quarterback, but okay. Whoo! What an achievement, ladies and gentlemen. Whoo! He did his job by playing all 17 games. Who knew? Whoo! Peter, man. He proved to you what? That he couldn't do his job? Okay. Pay him. I was in the camp, and I know you guys remember. I said, I don't want to pay him. He's already paid. He's got the 5th-year option. It's 23.7 fully guaranteed $1 million the man already has. Let him play. Do it again for another season. And then give him $300 million fully guaranteed. You didn't hear nobody out here saying it. Only Miss Phins was saying, a lot of people were saying let him play on the 5th-year option. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I went extra ham. And I put on top, and then pay him $300 fully $1 million guaranteed. Let's go extra, just because. Ooh, back-to-back years he played full seasons. Okay, Tua. Okay. Take me to the playoffs. Let's see this. You know what I mean? Like, but no, pay the man. Where are the pay the man people? I'm still waiting for you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Show me the money. Yeah, well, let me show you the schedule. Are you gonna be here or not? Yeah. Somebody said 5th-year option. What's up, Cap? Good morning, man. Good morning. Oh, snap. Me, I was definitely on the pay the man team. Well, you're a Patriots fan. I expect you guys to say that. It's just the people on my side. All the Dolphin fans that were saying it. Like, oh, one time to do this healthy. And what happens? Literally, he gets paid in week 2, out for 4 weeks. You're like, I can't even believe this. I can't even believe. Who said it? It was my man that loves to. Okay, come on, man. Come on. Adjust, readjust. Thank you. Give me a little more light. Who is it that there it is. There we go. Sharif. Shout out to Sharif. Sharif said it. Say 7-year plan. I was like, no way, Sharif. No way, Sharif. Louis, where are you, Miss Vincent? Looking for you, sir. Hey, I'm looking for anybody that said it. I don't care. Anybody that said it, come on up. The price is right. Like, I'm just saying, like, and look, what have we done so far? Like, literally, what have we done so far in this off season? Who are we bringing in? So we got 6 guys on offense: Nick Westbrook, James Daniel, 2 of them that are starters. Not really, because that's wide receiver 3. Yeah, maybe James if he's back and healthy to play. Okay, there goes the right card. Larry Borum, backup. Zach Wilson, backup. Farrell Brown, backup. Alexander Madison, backup. Third string running back. 6 guys on offense. That's what we brought so far. And defense: Willie Gay Jr., KJ Britt, both linebackers. Okay. Let's see the safeties. We're running Iffy Mel Fudge. Melifonwu. There you go. Iffy Melifonwu. Ashton Davis. Okay, there goes our safeties. We bring in 2 corners. Ryan Cooper Jr., Artie Burns. That's a very even guy. We even brought in a punter. Ryan Stonehouse. Okay. 1 for special teams. 6 and 6. Very even, you would say, right? Very even, you would say, for our offense and our defense, right? Sure. Sure. Well, how's that going to help us? And we're going to do our mock drive number 5 tomorrow. Is this going to change who they pick at 13 just because? Stop it, Tony. Luis was the leader of the Peterman crew. Miss Phins, don't call Lewis a flip flopper. I never said that. You guys are saying this. And I'm not singling out any one person. All I'm saying is I keep hearing too many people over the years, specifically recently, of the you gotta take into consideration all the injuries when they just conveniently forget, yeah, that was for the defense that still performed. What the heck happened to the offense giving me 7 points? What? And again, we're gonna talk about injuries last year. First of all, Tua was managed. He was benched. The minute he took himself out in that Bills game, week 2, he was benched. And Mike McDaniel literally told you, he said we didn't want him to have to go through getting asked each week, when are you coming back? We just wanted him to focus on getting better. We're such a caring organization. We care so much. Great. It's wonderful. That's wonderful. So, yeah. Where were these injuries that people want to talk to me about last year? Please put in the chat, put in the comment section. Who are we talking about? That you keep mentioning, you gotta take into consideration all these things. Like as if the Bills don't always have problems with their secondary because they're always injured. As if we gotta pretend like the Patriots don't always got injuries in their offense and their weapons. Miss Phins, the NFL held Tua back. You could see it in his face on the sidelines during Seahawks game. See, when I said that, people were like, the NFL can't tell. I said that, and I was told the NFL can't tell the Dolphins what to do with their player. I'm like, maybe not in writing, but calls were made. I mean, he is the poster child of concussions, and they already went through what? They're still going through lawsuits about that. They absolutely don't want to continue to get more losses about that. Oh my god. Look at these eyebrows. Oh man. It's natural. Yes, I'm totally feeling myself today. Thank you. They are on point every day, but today I just noticed them. Mm. What's up, ladies? You see? Ah, ah, ah. Look at the girls. Anyways, I don't know what just came over me. The twins are looking great. But it doesn't matter because apparently the Dolphins are the other team that get injured. And I'm just like, stop. Stop it. Stop it. We cannot continue to use the injury situation for the Dolphins as an excuse when the people that come here are already coming off of injuries. That's why Greer keeps getting all these guys into the 1 year, 2 year contract so they can spread out the money. Come, come, guys. We know this. We know this to be true. Hit the like button, guys. But no, people. The thing is, maybe it's just the way I was raised. I don't believe in excuses. Now, stating facts, you have to. By definition, facts are facts. Did we sustain injuries? Let's go back to 2023. Absolutely. We sustained major injuries to some of our top guys. Those injuries, though, were in defense, and the production stayed relatively the same by the defense that had the most injuries. But then when you take a look at it, the offense that was running, gunning, number one offense in the league, it didn't do anything. Or you know what? Let me correct that. It didn't do anything at the end of the season. It was great at the beginning and middle, but at the end of the season, when it matters, when you're making that playoff push, when you're putting yourself in the momentum to go ahead and go on that deep run, to give yourself a shot at the Super Bowl, where was the offense? Hmm? Where was the offense? If Tua gets another concussion, the NFL will be contacting us again about him retiring from the NFL. They're gonna contact us regardless. They're already having those conversations, guys. So if you think that they're gonna wait till that happens, they already had that conversation 2, 3 years ago. They can't force him unless he medically doesn't clear. That's different. That's separate. If he medically doesn't clear, that's not even his fault either. At that point, it's his body giving up on him, which is sad. But he's a young man, a young father, just got married, got little ones. Like, dude, you've got at least a good 60 to 70 years to live and enjoy. You can't do that if you're not there for your kids to watch them grow up, be a grandpa and all that. I can separate two of the man with two of the player. Two of the men is awesome, man. I've had conversations with him. He's super cool. I think he's a good guy. Two of the man. Two of the player annoys me because he's got talent but inconsistently shows it. Or yeah, not shows it. Shares it. Let's put it that way. Inconsistently shares it. So yeah, the you can when they have the league meetings and they have all the head coaches come in, and usually it's here in Florida because who wants to be in the cold? Let's just be honest. So it's gonna be here in Florida. Typically it's Orlando or somewhere around here. Um, and they have their league meetings. So the head coaches come in. They talk about all the rules that they're thinking and considering, and the teams can go ahead and showcase. Okay, we want to go ahead and put these like the Packers saying we don't want the tush push anymore. Okay. Oh gosh. Anyhow, but so they when they do all of they're having those conversations, man. You don't think they're having conversations? You don't think when all the owners are together and all the head coaches are together, they're not talking. They're talking. They're talking. All of this stuff gets talked about because whether people like it or not, and this might shock some of you guys out there, so be ready when I say this. And you can be mad at me all you want. Doesn't matter. Because this is a fact. Tyreek Hill is one of the biggest stars in the NFL, but so is Tua Tagovailoa. Tua Tagovailoa is one of the biggest stars in the entire NFL, ladies and gentlemen. That's why all eyes on him. That's why anything he does gets plastered everywhere. Because he's Tua. First of all, easy name to remember. Marketing. Hello. Two, great guy. You know what I mean? Good example. And three, he a lefty. So obviously they're gonna notice him. Sensational. Sensational. That's why they can't afford for him to be getting injured and doing all this stuff because it shines a spotlight on the NFL. Tua was. Nah, he still is. He still got it. He's still he's still, believe me, he's still a he may not be performing. I'll give you that. He may not be performing like he was, let's say, in 2023. But he's still a superstar in the league. Big cake, Miss Phins. Oh, big boat, Miss Phins. Oh, you mean him in the yacht? Guys, stop it. It's the off season. He's a young dad. And you know what? Okay. This might piss off some other people. Mm. If you've never played organized sports, there's a lot of things you're not going to understand. I mean, that's the easiest way that I can put it. If you have never played organized sports, there's certain things that the common folk are not going to understand, i.e., stuff that happens in the locker room, stuff that happens in the off season, stuff that happen in game. Doesn't matter what sport it is, whether it's an individual sport or a team sport. They're just things that you're always going to be on the outside that you're not going to understand because you're not there. And granted, yes, I've never played football, like tackle football. I've never played tackle football, even though those girls tackle. I don't care what anybody tells me. I did play flag football. Actually, even won districts. Thank you very much. But that's not the point. I play different sports. The point is that if you've never been part of organized sports before, you're not going to understand it. Some people, they de stress differently. Sometimes you got to go out there and you got to relax and you just got to clear your mind. So that way you can come in the off season and be laser focused. Some guys are gym rats. You can't get them off the field. You can't get them out the gym. Some guys are in the film room. You cannot get them out there. Other guys, they may not feel like they need as much to be able to go ahead and still perform. but but I'm not gonna I cannot expect Tua to be something he's not. And I think that a lot of people want him to be something he's not. And it's unfair to him. See, and I'm going to bring this back to my guy that everybody knows I love, Mike Gesicki. Everybody wants him to be a blocking tight end, and he will never be a super good blocking tight end. He is a pass catching tight end. He's not your George Kittles of the world. Like, you're not going to get that from him. Pass catching, though, in my opinion, elite. But you can't, you can want him to be a blocker. That's just not part of his game. He's never been asked to be a blocking tight end. His skill set is as a pass catching tight end. I can pretend to want to ask Tua to be something he's not. And what do you mean, Miss Finn? He's not. I mean, there's multiple things that I hear people say that about Tua. He isn't a dog. He's not elite. He's so on and so forth. Okay, obviously blocking is part of the tight end role. Can Mike Gesicki block? Yes. Can he do it at a high level? No, because that's not his area of expertise. You know who's also a three-time Super Bowl champ and isn't a blocking tight end? Travis Kelsey. He's a pass catching tight end. So you tell me. Because you take a look at the blocks he does, he's like, bleh, and then goes out for the catch. So please. Anyhow, I can't expect Tua to be something he isn't in whatever aspect of what you want him to be. Because the fans are gonna fan. But I can't expect him to be all of this if I don't think that he is. This is my opinion. I personally don't think. I don't think that we can expect him to be something he isn't. What's up, Mudbone? Tua isn't a running quarterback, but people want him to be like Lamar Jackson. The hypocrisy is real. That's not hypocrisy. It's just they have an expectation of the quarterback that they want, but we don't have a quarterback with that skill set. That's all that means. Is that bad on Tua? No, that's bad on the organization for drafting him, knowing that's not the type of quarterback he is. If that was the quarterback that they wanted, but they drafted Tua, they brought in a coach for him to maximize his skill set, and by all intents and purposes, they did in 2023, for the most part. You know, Tua looks like an extra from an intramural. He looks like he had a couple off seasons. Stop it. Oh, you guys are too much. You guys are hilarious, man. Hit that like button, guys. Hit the like button. Shout out to everybody watching on Twitter and Twitch. Appreciate you guys. Hit that like button. I got skedaddle, but as far as updates, man, we the Dolphins, Miami Dolphins. There it is. Let's yeah. They brought in their guys, they brought in, I'll give them this, at least they're attacking both offense and defense. When it comes to free agency, we see how that affects the draft. Big cap, Travis Kelsey blocks well. Okay. I didn't say he was trash. I just said he's a pass catching tight end. He's not that great of a blocker, in my opinion. Does he block? Yes. Is he better than Gasicki? Yes. When it comes to blocking, it's not. That's not even a question. But he is a pass catching tight end. So, what's up, Joseph Evans fans? What's up? Welcome, welcome. Now, being that the Dolphins so far have addressed a wide receiver, a right guard, a right tackle, a tight end, a quarterback, a running back for the offense, right? Then they did what? Two linebackers, two safeties, two corners so far. You see the trend here? A punter. You see the trend here? They're going after guys that they can afford for the positions they know they need to fill. I think that's what you're supposed to do, and that's good. You know what I mean? So far for this off season, hey, they're doing with what they can with the money that they have, right? And remember, we need 90 guys anyways, because you got to take them to training camp. You got to take them to training camp. Um, I'm interested to see how is this going to affect the draft. Because as you know, and where's the tankathon? Let me pull this puppy up. I'll do it in detail tomorrow. We have our picks. We've got 3 picks in the top 100. Number 13, 48, and 98. If we can trade back a couple of spots, pick up a second round pick, man, that would be beautiful. Because in my opinion, we still need that starting safety. We still need that starting corner. We still need that starting defensive tackle. We still need that starting guard. Those are the four glaring needs the Dolphins super need. My thing is, when our players get injured, because it is when, not if. When our players get injured, are we going to hear more injury excuses? Or are we going to now take into consideration the fact that they were already injured when they came here? That means they have a higher chance of getting injured. That's on Mike McDaniel. Like, I mean, not Mike McDaniel, sorry. On Chris Greer. You can't account for injuries to happen. It's football. Everybody by the end of the season is dealing with something, a cramp here, a twist there. Like, everybody's going through something. But the difference is you can go ahead and try to see if you can maximize it before it does crumble down. And right now, people just really want to stick to the Dolphins, and not really mention the fact that these guys are already coming in as free agents injured. But you're going to hear the fan base and content creators say, you got to take into, we were decimated. If this season turns out to be anywhere close to what last season was, oh man. You, Mudbone, why would you say this? All teams have injuries, but not as much as us. Why? Because that's not even true. That's not even true. It's not even true. And guess what? Because you can't account for it, you don't know a guy that's coming off an injury. They could probably never get injured again. Like, to that extent again. They might have something else, some little nick here and there, but they might not ever get injured again. Oof, that's great. But you cannot continue to say injuries, 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 injuries when everybody else still deals with it. Like, no, I can't accept that. At least for me. I personally cannot accept that. I think that it's just a cop out. It's a cop out. We were too injured. Everybody's injured. Next, what else? What's the other excuse? That the offense could only put up 7 points. Even last year. How did we do in the beginning of the season? Well, our starting quarterback injured, out for 4 weeks. Not a very good look at the beginning. When he came back, we looked pretty decent. Great. What happened at the end of the season last year? Somebody help me out here. Packers, Jets, Texans, Niners, Browns, Jets. Mm? Our injuries hurt more because our backups are nowhere close to our starter. Oh, there you go. Our injuries hurt more because our backups are nowhere close to our starters. They're backups. The only way you get a backup that's close to your starter is by getting another starter. That's it. Okay. I gotta go, guys. Oh man, I gotta skedaddle. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, but that would be what, one position, my bone. One position. That's what we're talking about. We need to start so many offensive penalties. That stops our offense. Well, I'm not surprised that we have so many offensive penalties. Look at how we were under Adam Gase. Guys, we were literally the most penalized team in the league. No, just in general. Oh. Oh, okay. Got it. Thank you, my bone. Appreciate that. Almost lost to Jacksonville. Yeah, we did almost lose to Jacksonville. The Texas game, we got battered, delusional. It was bad. It was bad. The Miami Dolphins are like the stock market, man. We come in cycles. Offensive cycles, defensive cycles, offensive cycles, defensive cycles. It's the same thing. Greer said New England plan 1,000%. And New England didn't start winning Super Bowls until after Christopher Aloysius Greer left the team. And funny enough, the two franchises the Greer brothers have done nothing for the last 20 years. San Jose Sharks for his brother, and the Miami Dolphins for himself. Miss Phins, but he wasn't general manager the entire time. He was in the front office, guys. We're not excusing him. He has been in the front office for 20 years. 20 years. That's what we're dealing with. That's what we're dealing with. But at least I have some good solace that I got a backup quarterback that, maybe perhaps he can do something when our starting quarterback goes down. Maybe this time McDaniel can redeem himself and get something out of Zach Wilson. So, is this for today? Might actually be there. Oh. um. So yeah, we got so many 20-yard gains called back because of offensive linemen too far down the field. We got to figure out how to stop that from happening. Yeah, or false starts. Like it's, it's either false starts or in ineligible linemen downfield. We are also dealing with a dysfunctional front office. That's where it starts. Period. It ain't the lineman fault. Mm. But and what I will, I'm gonna finish with this. What I don't understand is how we've put $500 million on the offense. Now going into year four in this offense, and to me, I still feel like that's the one side of the ball that I'm concerned the most. I'm never concerned about our defense, no matter who we have as a defensive coordinator or whoever we have as our players. Somehow, I don't know what it is about defense. That's probably why I like him so much. That's probably why Jason Taylor's my favorite. Defense, you gotta have a different mentality, man. I'm out here to rip off your head. So I don't know. Maybe that's why defense, they go after it. But we gotta see exactly what we end up doing. Um, Especially since now looking at it, okay, we got 6 guys in offense that we brought in from free agency. We got 6 guys in defense that we brought in free agency. 1 guy in special teams. It's kind of even. That I will say I really like about this offseason so far. We just have to see how this affects the draft because we know what we need. But we have to hit those 3 picks that we have, potentially 4 if we can trade back and pick up that second. Those 4 top 100 picks, 3 to 4. We have to hit on them. Have to hit on them. We do that, we give ourselves a chance to compete for the division. Yes, I said it. But we gotta see. We have to see. Anyways, guys, I had a skedaddle. Thank you so much for coming through, guys. If you haven't done so already, shout out to everybody watching on Twitter and Twitch, man. Seriously. Thank you for the support. If you like the content so far, guys, you're watching the replay or you're catching us live. Thank you so much. Please do me a favor. Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 2,000 subs before the season starts in September. Well, August. Well, September, but you know what I mean, preseason. So before it happens, guys, only with you guys can we make it happen. Anyways, thank you so much for everything, guys. And I will catch you tomorrow when we do what is this? Our 5th mock draft? Oh, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I don't know if I can do all 7 rounds. I might just do the top 4 because 7 rounds take too long. So, because the thing is, I don't do it myself. You guys do it with me. So, it just takes too long. But we can definitely do 3 to 4 rounds. So, we'll do that tomorrow. Anyway, guys, as always, take care and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.